All right, we back with another arm day. So before I really get into my working set, I'm over here warming up. I'm keeping a minimum, like I was explaining in the last video. I'm gonna start doing less exercises for my muscle groups to not fatigue them as much for next session, right? Also, I just want to go over this. My homeboy was pretty strong today, and he curled the 45s, and I was like, okay, damn, he really did get that shit, right? I got the 40s for one, and yeah, I left I either left one. It was probably 0 on the tank. Here's him curling the 45s. He do gotta fix his form just a little bit, but honestly, strict he could probably get it. I let him leave like 1 rep in the tank. He probably had like 1 more rep in the tank for sure. That was him doing it fatigue too. He could probably do it for sure. And then here's my other working set, 35s. Did 4, left 1 in the tank for sure. I definitely left 1 or 2 in the tank here. And honestly, like I was saying last video though, I'm gonna start just keeping exercises to a minimal. Like, you want to pick one exercise and just get really fucking strong at it. Like, it's as simple as that. People overcomplicate these things, but nah, bro. Like, literally, just pick one exercise and get extremely strong at it. And that's what I'm gonna start doing for my arm days. So I picked dumbbell curls, and I did 1 set of hammer curls after. And then here's my homeboy doing the 40s. And I did them fall on right after him. I did some hammer curls, and we just did 1 set, and then we moved on straight to shoulders. Shoulders, I'm still gonna keep shoulder press side and then my side delt movement and rear delts. So I'm definitely gonna keep those for sure. Cause honestly, you don't really necessarily need a side delt like movement if you're already doing a shoulder press, but I just felt like it, honestly. Because I just like training, right? And I want to be in the gym as long as possible, but I also want to train as optimal as possible. So, yeah. But, yeah, we did 2 tricep exercises. We did, like, I guess you could say 2 bicep exercises, but not really. We did, more like 1 bicep exercise, right? And, 3 shoulder exercises. Here's me doing the 45s. I did 3 solid, and I just dropped it with one in the tank. It's either 1 in this. Nah, it was probably 0. Now that I look back at it, it was a little bit of a grinder. Probably 0 in the tank, realistically. And my friend did the 50s. So yeah, good on him. But yeah, honestly, y'all should just literally just pick one movement and get strong at it. Cause that's what I'm doing now. Like, literally, in my next arm day, I'm going to be just focusing on dumbbell curls and probably doing another set of hammer curls again just to finish it off, right? Because I used to do 3 exercises, 2 sets to absolute failure. And what I notice is that literally every single time I do an exercise and I take it to failure, I have to significantly drop the load, like, right after. Like, I don't want to have to drop the load literally right after I do it, because that makes no sense. Like, I just don't want to. And plus, if you don't go to failure, right? Let's say this. If you don't go to failure and you don't fatigue yourself for your next set, you can possibly do the same load you did the first time, and you literally don't have to risk not risk. You can literally have greater mechanical tension by doing the same load in both sets, which is greater all around for strength gains and just progressive overload and strength and muscle gain. My fault. Because mechanical tension is the main driver of hypertrophy. Why would you not try to maximize mechanical tension and just train to absolute failure every session? Like, I'm gonna still train to failure sometimes. If I know, like, I'll probably do it on, like, Friday. Like, I'll probably train to failure, maybe. Because, like, it's not gonna be that taxing because I'm not going to continuously train that week, because on Friday, you already know Sunday is my rest day. So if I go to failure on Friday on like 1 movement, and it'll most likely be my last movement, because if you ever take a set to failure, bro, you definitely want to have it as one of your last movements, because if you do it on your fresh movement, like if I would have done those 40s to failure, like absolute failure, and I would have got like a grinder rep or anything like that, I would have fatigued myself so much for those 35s. And you know why? It's because the first time I ever curled the 40s, right? It's not in this video, but I remember the first time I ever curled the 40s, I did it for 1 rep, 1 very grindy rep. It was not as good form as this video. I definitely got way better form in this one, right? I went to failure on that, and then I dropped to the 35s, and I did 2 reps, literally just 2, and that is literally 50%. 50% of what I like. That literally fatigued me 50% exactly, because today's session I did 4, but I actually left 1 in the tank. I left 1 in the tank. I had 5 for sure. So in reality, I did have 5 reps if I would have taken it to failure or 0 reps in reserve. But it's not a big deal. It's never that deep. Like, and plus, this is how I'm training now. This is smart training because I'm not fatiguing myself no more. It's gonna be easier to progress, especially at the early stage that I am at, and literally just focusing on one movement. And the thing, y'all gotta learn this. Y'all gotta learn joint actions. Please learn joint actions. Like for biceps. Like an example, like y'all see me doing dumbbell curls, right? The joint action I am performing is elbow flexion. If you do any movement that focuses on elbow flexion, you're good. You're gonna get stronger on elbow flexion movements. Obviously, there's different like resistance profiles and like different, like stretched length, like there's different lengthened positions for the bicep and stuff like that. But the majority of the time, if you just pick one movement for that joint action, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get stronger on most exercises that have to do with that joint action. Like, for example, if I'm doing triceps and I do an elbow extension movement, I'm literally going to get stronger on elbow extension movements, like a tricep push down with an easy bar, tricep push down with a straight bar. I'm going to get stronger at tricep press down machines. Like, obviously, it depends on the resistance profile, like I said. But majority of the time, 9 times out of 10, you're going to get stronger on that because you're training that certain joint action. And you don't have to hyper-focus on doing 3 exercises when they all train the same joint action, which makes no sense. And you're just accumulating more fatigue over time. And that's what I'm doing with biceps, right? Because if I just perform one elbow flexion movement, and I just get really strong at that elbow flexion movement, just imagine how much stronger I'm going to get on the other movements that require the same joint action. Like, this is not hard to comprehend. If you think this is hard to comprehend, then you honestly, you either need to do more research or just change the way you train. Because if you knew what I was talking about, you would completely understand. Like, obviously, right? And also here I'm doing just 30-pound decline sit-ups. I always do these at the end of my workouts. I did some cardio after too. Didn't record it though because it was a little bit long. But yeah, y'all get the point. Focus on a major joint action, like a movement that focuses on that joint action so you can target the muscles, because the brachialis. Okay, first of all, this is what people don't understand. The brachialis is a pure elbow flexor. It's the pure muscle of the elbow flexor. Like, you can do any type of curl movement, hammer curl. People think the hammer curl biases the brachialis. No, it does not. It doesn't bias it, right? It literally doesn't bias it. There's literally no difference in you doing a hammer curl and a supinated curl. A supinated curl, you're training elbow flexion. And guess what the brachialis is? A pure elbow flexor. You're training your brachialis in every single curl movement that you do, and every single elbow flexion movement that you do. Preacher curls, you're working out brachialis. It doesn't matter what bicep movement it is. Cable curls, you're working out your brachialis. Cable rope hammer curls, you're working out your brachialis. Like, people need to use their brain. This is not hard to comprehend. And people will say that hammer curls do bias the brachialis, and no, you're just completely wrong and ignorant, right? So if you think that way, you should really rethink your training decisions and do some more research, in my opinion. And I might not be the biggest individual, obviously, but if you just look up and do a little bit of research, you can see what I'm talking about. And I'm progressing at a fast rate. So I mean, if you want to disagree with that, go ahead by any means. But I do recommend that y'all learn what joint actions are if you don't already. And this has helped me with my training so far. So yeah, anyway, this is like probably one of the best pumps I ever got in my life, to be honest. So I'm gonna keep doing this training style for a while until, like, I'm most likely never gonna hit a plateau or have to do a deload session, just because I'm training with such little fatigue and I'm progressing on a major movement that I'm focusing on, right? Like my biceps. Like, I'm doing dumbbell bicep curls. I'm gonna be progressing on that for a while because it's a joint action movement. Elbow flexion, doesn't matter. It's the same shit as a preacher curl. It does the same shit as a hammer curl does the same shit as cable curls. It's an elbow flexing move. It's elbow flexor movement. So yeah, I'm gonna get stronger on that, and I'm gonna be getting stronger on any other elbow flexion movement that there is, because I am training an elbow flexion movement, and I'm not doing 3 in one workout, which will accumulate fatigue over time and possibly make my next sessions worse. So anyway, I'll catch you on tomorrow's leg day. This is gonna be a crazy leg day. Let's get it.